Back, 25, behind.
Check, 59. Hey, here I come.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Wait.
Mike, check.
3rd and long for Winston. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Lockett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he... He's marked down at the 21-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Chicago.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. He was looking for Watkins that time. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Winston. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain. And it brings up second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Go! 180!
Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. We got this.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
To throw again on second down. Trubisky flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now Trubisky to throw. Caught by Montgomery. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. This one out quickly to Watkins. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Winston. It's complete to Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and
he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He'll find Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Markel Lee able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Trubisky. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now they run with Mixon. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Jameis to throw it. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
ready. Blue ready. Hey, stop.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Mike's 5'9".
Let's go.
Winston now to throw on first down. And Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Flushed out right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again with Winston. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jameis again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
To throw again on 2nd down, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Let's go!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's second down.
Come on, 180. Red, come.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That's complete to Robinson. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Another run with Sanders. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Now it's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Check 55 to Mike.
I want to work.
Field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Set, come.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Markel Lee picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Jameis now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky stepping up. He's going to keep it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground. It brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Trubisky, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On third down, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
X3, 218, chopper.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on fourth down. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Trubisky will throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And that's complete to Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Get him, boy. Get him.
Big stop, G.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run forward Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On second and goal, Trubisky, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. This is Mixon on the draw. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come out second and 13. Again, it's Mixon. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On third down, Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
They're going to try for it on fourth. Winston stays out there.
Defense, let's go.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Seahawks, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week.